We're all here. I'm Carly. What were your names, guys?
I'm Noah.
Birch.
Devin, Rachel.
Alright, so what do you guys think went well in this evaluation?
I thought that as a group, collectively, we communicated pretty well. Everyone showed up, which is super nice. It's always, I don't know if you guys have ever been in that situation, but it's not fun to have a group with members who don't show up. Makes you have to do a lot more work, so thank you for that, guys.
Yeah, that was good.
I think we also all each individually put in an equal amount of effort. Like it wasn't one person doing the whole project. Because I know I've run into that before. Where, I do the whole thing, and you're like, cool. I just gave you out the grade.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that was good.
And did anyone find anything difficult or frustrating?
I think the only thing was just finding a place to meet, and then once we did that,
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, our
Yeah.
schedules worked pretty well together
Yeah.
to the point we could figure everything out.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad, especially with the open class.
Yeah. Sweet. So let's start talking about course concepts. To start, again, our communication line was pretty open. We were all really good at getting in touch with each other, making decisions about where to meet, when to meet. Everyone's showing up. I think our meetings have gone really well. They've been very successful. We've gotten a lot of stuff done. We've only had to have 2 meetings. And I thought that in regards to the actual simulation, we focused a little bit too much on trying to be a group and didn't focus on our individual aspects, but that's not necessarily what the assignment was, so I would rather us communicate better
Yeah, we were
and
almost
be
too-
consistent as a group rather than have individuals shine, because that's not the purpose.
We had too much teamwork. That's
Yeah,
too much
yeah,
teamwork.
that was totally a thing, yeah. And it was debilitating to our actual simulation score, but I think in regards to the actual assignment, it's gonna be very, very beneficial.
Yeah. And also through communication, technology, the email and texting, we got around through that pretty easily. And
Yeah.
it helped us out a lot.
Everyone answered,
Yeah.
again,
Right.
so helpful.
All right, in terms of interaction design, as a group, we developed a better understanding of the assignment together due to our ability to, we spoke mainly in a dialogue as opposed to communicating through written form. And we didn't really have many competing interests in terms of individual interests because we all wanted to just complete the assignment and do it successfully. So it was very helpful to have a main goal for our team to
Right.
work for. So,
yeah, and I think establishing that goal before we even started the simulation was a good idea.
And knowing each other's personal goals was also big, even though we didn't do the best on our personal goals.
Right. I mean, they were always kind of in the back of our heads, okay, well, each of us needs to try and do this. But
Yeah.
overall, we all
Realistically, we want to get to the top. And in regards to design, I thought, kind of lost my train of thought there for a second, but I thought that our interactions were beneficial in the sense that with a common goal, it makes it so much easier to get shit done versus especially corporate situations where you have different heads of different departments all trying to make one decision that works for everybody. I understand how difficult that would be.
Yeah.
And thankfully we didn't have to deal with anything like that. We all had the same interest, same goal. Our objective was all the same. So that's super helpful, but it is important to acknowledge in situations where there are so many competing interests, I can see how it's difficult to get shit done.
Yeah.
Keep cursing. Anyway.
Yeah, and then, regards to teamwork, we've kind of gone over it, but we didn't really have any conflict because we had that common goal, and that was a major impact on how we went about our climbing of Mount Everest. And we able to communicate with each other pretty easily throughout, not even regarding the simulation, between email and stuff like that. And overall, the completion of the assignment was pretty, we had equal participation overall, so helped out a lot with not having to rely on one person to hold it all together.
I think it was helpful too that we were able to communicate through like different mediums. So like we were able to text each other, email, and like talk in person when we were in actual situations. I mean, because we can't always like pick up a phone and talk on the phone.
And honestly, I think teamwork is easier